Alright, was there anything else I wanted to go over in there? I don't really think so.
Patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well.
You think a lot of yourself, don't you? So, where we are going exactly is... No. Go away. Where we are going is going to be the top of the tallest mountain in Skyrim, and unfortunately, or depending on how you look at it, very fortunately, there's not an easy way to get up. You can't just, like, climb the slope. You can't just run in a straight line towards your destination. What we're actually going to do is we're going to sort of run in a rather circuitous route around, like, out... I think around out this way, where we're going to swing out in this direction a little bit. Towards the city called Ivarstead, which is actually where the quest marker is pointing, and from there, we're actually going to start climbing the mountain. This is most likely going to take multiple videos, because it is a decently long run, and there is some stuff to do along the way. I'm going to go fast travel to Honningbrew Meadery, because that is the closest point to where I want to go. And now, we can be on our way. So, let's see. So there's some guards out and about minding their own business. Or minding, I guess they're not minding their own business, because if I act up, they will come yelling at me. And we can start running down the path. Alright. This is going to be fun. So there's going to be a lot of sections in this game. Maybe not a lot of sections, but particularly early in the game where I don't have a lot of, like, fast travel points unlocked, where I'm just going to be doing running. And there's maybe, under certain conditions, I might, let's try and soul trap you. I have enough magic for that. Good. We're gonna get a conjuration level from that, and when I kill you, we are going to soul trap you, and I now have a soul gem filled with a petty soul, which is what you get from killing a skeever. There's a part of me that thinks I might want to go and like speed up, montage the travel bits, play music, that kind of thing. But ooh, all right, I'm actually running out of health pretty quickly here. I'm gonna try and minimize doing that. I'm gonna try and at least talk through most of it. Do I want any destruction? I can't unlock any more destruction perks right now. Augmented flames causing fire damage to do 25% more damage. That's something I'm gonna want eventually. Conjuration over here. There's nothing else I can unlock there. Restoration. I might actually hang on to this perk, and I might save it for later. I do now have enough MP for a to conjure something, which I think is gonna be useful. I can also use Unrelenting Force in combat, by the way, just to basically stagger things. All right, I was hoping that I would be able to get through you between my Atronach, myself, and Lydia, without really having to worry about this. But let's just go and heal a little bit. Let's go and use a little bit more magicka. All right, Lydia, we're not really starting things out on the right foot here, are we? If you're going to be shouting some nationalistic propaganda at our enemies, but that's all right. You robes of minor conjuration. Yeah, you can steal people's armor and robes. I'm not gonna do it unless I find something that I really like. I alluded to like stripping your enemies naked back in part 1, and for those of you who haven't played this game, they are wearing underwear under there, so they're not actually gonna be like naked bodies that would get me like a community guideline citation on YouTube. But all the same, it's gonna be something that I'm gonna try to avoid doing, given the option. I do believe there are mods which will make that not the case, but needless to say, I am not playing with those installed right at this moment. So we can keep running down the path, and there's going to be a couple of flying insects which we can catch if we wanted to for alchemical purposes. Up here on this hill, there is another one of those standing stones. So you recall that we spoke to the Mage Stone. Where actually is, like... Alright. Gonna try and stick to the path, because it usually makes my life easier. I did talk to the Mage Stone way back at the beginning, and I selected basically a bonus which allows me to... Where am I? A bonus which allows me to level my... Oh, it's over here. Level my magic skills faster, and indeed, there are other standing stones which can give you other bonuses. Let's see, if I come up here, there's gonna be a conjurer, and I think I'd like a one of those Atronachs again, and we're going to, oh, you got a ward up, which is basically a shield for magic. Oh, I am, once again, almost dying. Let's not almost die. Let's, try and survive that a little bit. Yeah, wards are basically shields for magic. You can cast one and you will deflect magical damage. Restore health potion recipe, interesting. I'll be making some use of those, I'm sure. It's another one of the things that I don't really use often. These ash piles. You are a conjurer, a necromancer. You did resurrect some skeletons to fight for you. I don't know if you saw them, but they died when their caster died. This is going to be the ritual stone. Once a day, those under the sign of the ritual can reanimate nearby corpses to fight for them. I will not be doing that. I think I prefer the mage stone. But if you're interested in playing this game as a necromancer, that might be a standing stone blessing for you. Alright, so let's go and continue back towards the road. And when I'm paying attention, I'm gonna try and hello. Alright. Did I soul trap you? I don't know if I have a soul gem big enough for these guys, but we can find out. Get a conjuration level from that. And alright, the wolves actually are a petty soul, not a lesser soul, like I think I said earlier. Okay. So, when I'm, like, prepared, I will try and conjure my Flame Atronach before I actually get into combat, because when you're in combat, your health, magic, and stamina will regenerate more slowly than they do when you're out of combat, and it's probably a good idea if I were to summon an Atronach, wait for my magicka to regenerate, and then run into combat, because I don't have, like, a ton of it right now, and I don't want to waste all my magicka. And, for example, right now, let me just go and summon you. And just as I run forward, my magic should regenerate, and by the time I get into another fight, which is going to be coming up soon, I should have full MP again, and I should be able to, fight stuff from, like, a fresh start with the help of the Atronach at my side. So, this did not play out the way that I intended it to. Valtheim Tower is discovered. There's normally a bandit here who tries to shake you down for money when you pass, but I did see... I don't know where you went, but I did see that you, like, ran off. I think you were chasing the deer or something like that. Which is just one of those moments where Skyrim just does not work the way that you expect it to, at least in the emergent gameplay department. It works as in it functions in the way that you might expect it to, in the, like, sort of unpredictable sense. There are some potions of minor healing over there. Alright, there you are. You're a bandit. I'm just gonna set you on fire, make you nice and dead, steal your money. I see a chest, which has a booby trap on it. Let me just go and open that booby trap. Maybe not the best idea I've had. Alright, so you're also trying to... Ooh, I had my finger on the button to pause the game, go into the menu, and heal up, but I did not get my finger down on the button in time. Okay. I guess I'll call that the first legitimate death of this game. Oh, am I really respawning from here? I'll call that the first legitimate death of this game, because the last one I was kind of trying to demonstrate something that didn't work out the way I intended. Alright, so I found a spell tome for Bound Sword in there this time, because the rewards that you might get from defeating enemies might differ from round to round. And there's also a spell tome Conjure Undying Ghost, which I assume was there the first time I came here because it was just sitting on the rock, but I didn't see it. Bound Sword, Bound Weapons, I guess I'll explain that, is going to be basically a spectral, like, weapon that you can summon. And Conjure Undying Ghost, I don't know this. Consumes all magicka and summons an undying ghost for 60 seconds. The ghost's attributes are equal to twice the amount of magicka consumed, up to 600. Interesting. That's got to be some, like, Anniversary Edition Creation Club content. I don't know that one, but that's interesting. I'll have to remember to try that out at some point. The bound weapons or conjuration weapons, they do look rather cool. I'm not really going to... They're not amazing weapons, but I do like the way they look. If I can, like, go into third person and show off some swipes using that. I'm not going to really be using bound weapons. They're not very strong. You can improve their like their weapon damage ratings and stuff like that by choosing certain conjuration perks. But even then, I don't think they're the strongest, and I'm not going to be going with them. But that's in case you're interested in the spell sword sort of a playstyle that might be for you. Let me go and switch back to what I had before, and we can proceed to the Valtheim Towers. All right, returning to the site of my murder. Welcome back to the Valtheim Towers. This time, you, the bandit outside decided to sit still, apparently.
Say 200 gold if you want to use our road.
200 gold, that sounds like an awful lot. So we can, just say no, we can say how about 50, we can try to intimidate them. It is possible to pass this, but it's kind of unlikely at this point in the game.
Talk for someone who's about to have their guts spilled.
Yeah, and from here, we can just get into a fight. Alright, so I've got my Atronak, or at least I had my Atronak. Is my Atronak gone? Did it fizzle already? It's only been a minute. Well, I guess they only last a minute. But anyway, never mind that. I'm just gonna grab those. Alright, so I can actually try and disarm this trap on this treasure chest. Let me try and do that. Let's just go and pick this lock. And of course, time pauses while I'm doing this, so I don't really have to worry about getting murdered while that's going on. And let's search this treasure chest. Alright, banded iron shield, decent shield, some gold, some potions of magicka. Alright, let's grab that and run. So there's going to be a couple of bandits out here. Lydia's going to go off in that direction fighting them. I think there's a couple bandits in here. And because I don't want them ambushing me and sneaking up behind me, let me go and... Alright, just one, I guess. Set you on fire from up here. Shoot arrows into me, and you're just going to fall over dead. Very nice. Got a lockpick from that. I got shot by someone who I think is just like down there. Let's stop getting shot. There is some stuff that might or might not be worth looting. This would be easier if I could like see, but that was a healing potion. Down, let's see, below here, got some garlic braids, green apples, flour, wine sitting on the table. There's some food here. Cheese wheels are really the only food that I really usually pay attention to because they do restore 15 health instead of like 2, which is still not like amazing. You're the bandit chief. I suppose you're going to have a little more health. Probably slightly better armor. Goodbye. 15 health still isn't amazing, but it's definitely better than like 2. And Lydia has just got a trail of bodies strewn out behind her. Thanks for doing the hard work, I guess. There's, I think, one more archer off on that rock over here, and you're shooting arrows into me and my friends. I think we're gonna have to put a stop to that, and you're just gonna fall over dead. All right, I think that's it as far as combat is concerned. If I run up around the back of the towers, and let's go and oh, I don't have the torch. Did the torch expire? No. Alright, the torch just was not favorited. I think because I died after I did that and I didn't ever reset it. So there's some more books in that shelf. They're not skill books. You can tell because the skill books tend to be much more expensive than the regular ones. Chest, which I can unlock. Alright. Decent items. So items in treasure chests generally will be what is referred to as leveled, as in the stronger you are, the better the items in the chest will be. There are some items in treasure chests that are like guaranteed to be there, but for the most part it's randomized, and if you open a treasure chest at like level 50, you'll find better stuff than if you open a treasure chest at like level like 3. Which goes for a bunch of other things in this game. Chief among them, like the difficulty of enemies. So if you go into a dungeon at level 50, you'll find much stronger enemies than you would if you went into a dungeon like level 3. And there is still some variation. That there are dungeons that are designated as being easier or more difficult than others. All right, I somehow missed that. There's also a pickaxe just sitting on a table. You can use that to mine ore veins, which I generally don't do. Once in a while. Maybe, should I go and get it just to have it? I guess I will. It is a little bit heavy, but because I am going to try and avoid having a lot of stuff in my inventory anyway, I guess I'll take it with me, and then if I see like an ore vein, I'll take a few hacks at it. Let's see. I think we're done with the Valtheim Towers. I can just drop down here instead of walking out the front door if I want. There is fall damage in this game, but usually you can drop reasonable distances without really taking a lot of it. And it can be useful for a shortcut. Alright, let's continue out this way. And we can, let's see. Yeah, we, I guess I have a lot of alcohol. And that is basically a stamina potion, but it does have the downside of it will hinder your stamina regeneration for like 30 seconds or so. If you have a lot of alcohol that you're willing to just like spam repeatedly just to get a lot of stamina back quickly like that, I guess there's not really a downside to using it. I'm not really gonna like pay a lot of attention to stamina regeneration, and you can see that like even though it's run out and I've stopped running, it's not really regenerating, and it won't for a couple of seconds. And in this game, unlike in, for example, Fallout, maybe some of Bethesda's other games, there's no like intoxication status. Like you can't become addicted to alcohol or anything if you use a lot of wine for healing, the way that you can in Fallout. But there's got to be a mod that makes that happen, right? Like that has to be a thing. I've never gone looking for it. I've never played with anything like that, but like it would astonish me if there wasn't a mod that installed that as like a difficulty mode or something. Anyway.
We're running out of bread. If you know any true sons and daughters of
Alright,
Skyrim,
so that's going to be another one of those random encounters I mentioned where you'll occasionally find people just on the roads going places and doing things. Let's see, I'm going to want to keep going this way. And it really is a long walk, isn't it? So we'll probably spend most of this video just on the road, on the way to Ivarstead. There's a part of me that feels like, and I haven't really been keeping score, but there's a part of me that feels like I haven't seen as many random occurrences as I usually would for being like on the road for this long, because the game usually is pretty good about just spawning stuff in front of you. It'll almost never spawn anything in a place that like you'll see it pop into existence, but like things like wolf packs or those like necromancers or whoever it were that spawned right outside of Whiterun. Here's some wolves. They usually seem the game seems pretty good about making sure that you never really feel like the world is empty in any way. Let's go and just set you on fire. Thank you very much. Don't have enough magic, unfortunately, to soul trap this one as well, but we can just go and kill you nice and dead. I did not have a flame atronach up. I probably should remember to do that. Alright. Let's be on our way. I think we're heading east.
Better come with us right now.
I don't know who you think I am, and I don't care. Leave me alone.
I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly, and we won't have to get rough. Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something drastic.
She doesn't have the scar. What? Oh, you're right. We've made a mistake. Now move along before that mouth of yours gets you into trouble.
Next time you're looking to pester someone, make sure it's the right person.
She makes a good point. So this is a random occurrence that's related to the In My Time of Need quest that pops up when at certain points in the story when you are in Whiterun. You will occasionally find Redguard warriors who are looking for a Redguard woman and just bothering pretty much every Redguard woman that they see, which is not very nice of them. What was all that about?
They thought I was some other Redguard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
I like you. So we will do that quest eventually, of course. Until you do that, one of the possible random encounters that's possible to run into is basically that. And there's a whole bunch of different random events, and I'm not going to try and like enumerate them all. You can run into soldiers, you can run into bandits, necromancers, that sort of thing. You can also run into some more interesting characters, like a guy who's like chasing a thief, or someone who is there's one particular one to me who's a warrior who's looking for a good death, and we'll invite you to fight him until he dies. It's really hard to make that not sound worse than it is. But there's a bunch of things I will shout them out whenever they happen. Anyway, let's move on. We can cross this bridge. As I started to say before that happens, I see we are heading east, and I'm just gonna put that on just in case I need it. If you look on the map, we're actually like facing in the like complete opposite direction of where we want to go. And we are going to be kind of running up and around this mountain on our way to Ivarstead. It's very indirect. You can try to just like Skyrim your way over the mountain and just like mountain climb, mountain hop, but that is generally more trouble than it's worth, and I'm not going to do that. I see there's another icon for a standing stone out in that direction. I'm not going to go there, not right now. We'll be wandering vaguely in that direction later, and I probably will remember to go and pay it a visit when I'm on the way. But there's if I went running after every single like landmark in Skyrim, there's something like 350 of them between the base game and the Dawnguard and Dragonborn DLC. We would be here forever and we wouldn't get anything done. Anyway, there's another fork in the road here. We have some signs helpfully telling us the direction to Ivarstead. All right. I've never, like, timed it, by the way, but it's possible that you might be able to, like, fast travel to Helgen where the game started, run sort of behind the mountain, and get to Ivarstead faster than the route that I'm taking. But this is sort of, like, the classic way of getting there, so I'm going to do that. I know that it is possible to go, like, around the back of the world that way, but there's not as much stuff on the road, and I don't actually know if it's faster or slower. Alright, we've got a, Oh, I meant to use Soul Trap, not regular Conjure Atronak. Where did it go? Is it dead? Did it die already? It might have died already. I didn't see where it went. Alright, anyway. I should probably, actually equip Soul Trap there, in case I want it. So I'm not doing a lot with Conjuration now. I am conjuring the Atronak, and it is kind of a limited resource because it does consume at the moment almost all of my magicka. But hopefully, as we get farther into the game, as we get deeper into the game, and as I have more of these magic-related resources, I'll be able to do some more creative things with that. Is that all of them? There were 3. These 2 are here. I think the Atronak might have like murdered one and sent it rolling down the hill. So we'll not worry about that too much. And we can continue back up the mountain. Alright. This is a very steep mountain. You get tired pretty quickly if you try to climb something like this in real life, if you weren't in like, I don't know, shape for a marathon or something like that. I am kind of glad, though. I say that, but I am kind of glad that you don't, like, spend more stamina when you're running up hills, because that would really make... Skyrim is a fairly mountainous region. You would not be able to run very far at all, if that was the case. This is Snap-a-Leg Cave. This is not any more important right now, but it is a cave on the way to Ivarstead. And it's important in the sense that I anticipate myself fast-traveling there fairly often, as a way to get to other places, at least before I've like unlocked other waypoints on the map. We'll be definitely be returning there once or twice through on other occasions over the course of this game. All right, getting close to the top of this particular hill, which is nice. Let's see, we've got an overturned cart here. That's unfortunate. Wonder what happened there. Can you
Mind yourself with that fire. Don't burn anything down now.
Alright, fine. Can you explain yourself?
Bandits attacked and ransacked my cart. Can you help me? My camp is nearby in the ruins of Nilheim. Get me there safely, and you'll be rewarded.
And he just gets up and starts running. Alright. So this is not a random occurrence. This is actually a bit of a scripted event, which will happen whenever you run past here for the first time and talk to, what's his name, Telerov? Alright, where are we going, Telerov?
I can see the camp.
Oh, can you now? I don't see anything. Well, I do see ruins, so I guess the
Wait
idea
here.
is that you are
Be
holed
right
up in the
back with
ruins.
reward.
Alright, so we're just gonna wait here patiently. See some other guys out and about. And these are actually bandits. These are not, in fact, just some traders who've set up camp as he implied. This is a setup. Basically trying to lure travelers in for the bandits to murder and I assume take all their stuff. Anyway, thank you, Atronach. There's a couple of people fighting here. Let's see. Gonna go and just set you on fire. Just gonna havoc around. I'm just gonna go and see what I can find here. That's an iron warhammer. Didn't look like it had an enchantment on it. There's a chest. Anything good in the chest? Iron boots, lesser soul gem, some potions. All right. I just want to explore this this part of the game for now. So Lydia murdered a couple of people. Tellarov among them apparently. I don't actually see where his body is, but your interaction prompt is showing up when I put the cursor over that bow. And I did see one more aggressive red dot over in this direction. Where are you? Are you inside here? Can't really see. That's a steel sword. I guess I'll get my torch out again. Are you upstairs? Did you fall down the hill? What exactly is going on here? Whoever that last that last red dot belongs to. Alright, there's a petty soul gem, steel war axe, and some money, and I'm carrying too much to be able to run apparently. Alright. Let me just go and set you on fire. And over encumbrance, I didn't think I picked up that much junk, but I guess I did. I might have picked up some stuff accidentally just when I was in a hurry. That's going to be the last of the bandits. And I am indeed at 302 out of 300 carry weight. What can we do about this? Lydia, I was hoping to make it farther into the game before it came to this, but I need you to carry some of my stuff. Yeah, I can give some stuff to you. You know what? This might not actually be all that bad because it is possible that I can just give you some better equipment and you'll just like use it. The Warhammer, I'll keep the enchanted one so that I can disenchant them whenever the next time I go by an enchanting table is. I'm gonna give you a lot of that and perhaps this banded iron shield, hide shield, iron boots, some guards armor, and you'll equip some of this. You equip the battle axe, you equip the Whiterun guards helmet. Your followers in this game will have some default equipment, and a lot of it won't be great, and you can give them other stuff, and they will equip it if they like it. And I'm gonna try and remember to at least give you like decent armor and that sort of thing once in a while. All right, up at the top of this ruin, which looks a lot like the other ruins, the Valtime Towers ruins, and the ones on the way up to Bleak Falls Barrow. Kind of a cookie cutter template sort of area. But we can go and loot the stuff of the people who wanted to rob me. And is there anything else up here? There's this table with a lantern on it. I don't really think there's anything else out here. It doesn't look like it. And I think I already did loot the treasure chest down below, so I don't really have to worry about that anymore. Real fast. Alright. I will certainly take money. If you have small things like lockpicks or potion ingredients, I'll take those too. I won't take some of the heavy stuff like the weapons and whatever. All right, back on the road. I will put this torch away because I don't want to waste it. And we continue on our way to Iverstead. Continue on our way up the top of the third of the world. Let's see. I don't know exactly how long this video is going to be because I am going to cut out some stuff where I died. But I think we are getting a little bit long, so I am going to end this off. So my name is Dragonite. This has been the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Next time, we're going to be continuing to Iverstead, and then from there we will be making our way up the top, the tallest mountain. Hopefully all in the same video. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. Let's see, you should all go, there's the moon, you should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm going to try and find a nice shot of the moon over here. That'll do. And I will see you all later.
Huh?